What is going on, guys? Now we have the big fight Saturday night. Tyson Fury finally back in the ring against Arslanbek Makhmudov. Don't know how I said that first time, but hey ho. Anyways, with Fury, we know what he's about. Makhmudov, we know what he's about. But is this a step too far for Makhmudov? Or has he timed Fury at the right time? Is Fury past his best and this is Makhmudov's time to shine? Watch the rest to find out. Now with Fury, when you break down his last two fights against Usyk, the second fight, he managed his distance well. Obviously he got caught with silly shots, and when he was on the inside, he fell short because obviously Usyk's smaller, a lot less reach than Fury. But when he boxed at range, Fury was just piecing him up. And if I'm honest, I'd probably say the first fight Usyk definitely won, but the second fight, I'd argue either a draw, because I remember scoring it draw when it was live. I had it 140-114, and watching it back, I had it 115-113 Fury. I'm not gonna lie, just Usyk, he just at times he boxed in spells, but not enough to win the rounds where Fury would just nick them, slightly nick them. So I could see a 7-5 either way or a draw. That was probably the real split decision, not the first fight. But you'll see there, when he moved in range, instead of counter punching, Usyk did catch him. So Fury has struggled in the inside, but with Makhmudov, someone with a similar weight and similar height, so he won't have that issue as much as he did against Usyk. But with Fury, we know what he's about when it comes to smaller fighters. Look at Usyk, look at Ngannou, look at Steve Cunningham, John McDermott, all these fighters that's a lot smaller than him, he struggled with. But you see in the first fight with Usyk, he hurt him in moments, boxed well. First 6 rounds he was brilliant, I had him 4-2 up. It was a proper fight of two halves against Usyk first time I should say. First half, battered him pillar to post. Usyk in a few of the rounds obviously did a lot more work and more accurate work, which gave him the rounds. And Fury came on strong. He was hurting him, you know, he's landing good shots at range, he was landing decent shots on the inside as well. And he was just boxing, hitting, jabbing, making Usyk move, and then making him miss when he's trying to disrupt Fury's tempo, his momentum. But of course, Usyk, we know what he is. He's a crafty individual, where you see against Bellew as well, same thing happened, but then in the 8th, he got caught. So Fury as well in the 6th, caught him with an uppercut. But you know what Usyk does in the second half of the fight. He comes on strong, just like that Bellew fight, just like any other fight he's had. And he ended up hurting him in the 9th and pretty much winning every single round after the 6th. From 7 to 12, I gave Usyk every single round. So Fury, his issue is he gets comfortable showboating, being flamboyant I should say, made a new word. But again, that doesn't always do the trick when someone ruins your tempo, ruins your momentum. And Makhmudov potentially has the answers to do that. Well, you see against Dave Allen, someone who, no offense to him, but he's English-British level at best. I like Dave, great guy. But Makhmudov went life or death with Dave Allen, which makes me wonder, obviously styles make fight, but if you're going to go life or death with Dave Allen, how are you going to beat Tyson Fury, whether he's in his prime or not? You know, he caught Dave Allen with good shots, don't get me wrong, he's got a chin of steel, you can't knock a dent into him. But he was getting caught with silly shots, he was, Makhmudov, where Allen would just work him on the inside. His inside work as well, Makhmudov's not the greatest. So this is a fight that is won at range, where you see here, in spells where he was on the back foot, and using his jab, he boxed well, where you see he slipped there and landed that left hook. And then obviously Allen threw a little low blow, but the ref let it slide. Steve Gray, no surprise. But Makhmudov, his key, I'd say, is that left hook. The left hook and moving. That check left hook. Left and pivot. Or even a 1-2 and pivot. Land the shots and pivot. That is the key against Fury. Against any fighter that has a bit of fluidity, a bit of movement, and a bit of razzmatazz about them, where he could easily do that against Dave Allen, but you got to do that to someone who's mobile, who moves, because then you are being in demand. You are the one dictating the tempo and not being bullied. You have to be the bully against someone like Fury. But if you get caught with silly shots like that against Allen, Fury will splat you on the canvas. And if I'm honest, if I had to say anyone would have the heavier punch, I would say Makhmudov. I do think he has more of a natural one-punch knockout, where with Fury, you see against White, you see against Wilder, when he did knock him down, it was more right place, landed on the temple, or, you know, their footwork's just so unorganized, all dangly, when the point where it's easy to knock him out, because when you have no base, when you have no balance, you're going to absorb the punches more, but not in a positive manner, which obviously both of them found out. And you'll see as well with White, his footwork, that fight against Fury, oh my god. I mean, when he tried to go southpaw the first round, God knows what he was doing. But Makhmudov, if he's going to lay on the ropes like this against Allen, Fury will just push you back and just bully you, because when he's got Sugar Hill in his corner, that's his game, that's the Kronk style. Push him back, get them knockout and get him out there. You don't get paid for overtime. But Makhmudov, we know he has a good amateur pedigree, but the pros is different, as you'll find out. And one thing I say about Makhmudov, which does worry me, is he does take the headshots well, but his chin is not the greatest. His body. We've seen him get hurt to the body a few times. We've seen Gian Vaniello hurt him to the body. We've also seen Caballero stop him to the body, but he stops everyone to the body, to be fair. But you get that a lot with tall, dangly fighters with a bit of muscle on them. Their ribs are their weak part, and anything tall, you chop them down. Go to the body first, and the head will follow. Which is why I do believe that is the key to beat someone like Makhmudov, and also someone like Fundura or anyone along that stature. But the keys to victory for Makhmudov, force Fury on the inside, because I know they're not great, both of them not the greatest on the inside, but Makhmudov, if you can land shots on the inside and knock him down like Fury did, Wilder did to Fury in the third fight, in the second knockdown, that's easily a possibility. But push him back on the ropes though, and dictate the tempo and dictate the pace. Be the bully, don't get bullied, work on the inside, work on the outside, mix on both, and just don't be predictable, move up the gears. Easy night's work, especially against someone like Fury. Now with Fury, we know what he does, but you just got to jab moving up it. Jab, move, pivot, jab, 1-2, you know, just mix up, add your 2s and 3s. Just do what you need to do, get in your groove, get in your rhythm early, but body shots early on, because Makhmudov, we know he's weak to the body, which would be a weak point which Fury can easily exploit. So I think all in all, it's a cracking fight. The styles will match well, they'll gel well, but I do believe there's one winner. I do believe it's a very, very clear winner. And Fury, I know he is past his best. We all know that. We know he's a bit chinny. We know he's not got the greatest chin. His boxing skills are unreal. His footwork, his reflexes, his jab, but his punch resistance is slowly going. And Makhmudov, he hits like a truck. He hits so hard. You know, he's got a good jab on him, got a nice Soviet style, more of a heavyweight Bivol, just not to the body, because you don't see Bivol getting dropped or stopped or getting hit to the body like he does, but similar style in the way they fight, the way they're a bit mobile, where you get a 1-2, step back, 1-2, left, step back. So that's a typical Soviet style. But Fury, I do believe he'll be too skilled for him. I do believe he'll land that punch that stops Makhmudov, and I do believe it won't go the distance. And Makhmudov, the way I see it is quite simple. Styles make fights, of course, but if you go life or death with Dave Allen, no disrespect to him, how can you go from that to Tyson Fury? I'll be very, very surprised if it goes past the second half. Makhmudov, he might have some successes in the rounds, but I do believe it's going to be an easy night for Fury, even though he's not in his prime, he's past his best. I do believe he can win on points, he can knock him out however he wants it, but I do believe there'll be a punch somewhere, whether it's to the body or the head, and it'll be too much for Makhmudov, and Fury will get it done inside the distance. But that is my fight prediction. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, let me know your prediction in the comments below, and as always, and most importantly, this ain't financial advice, it's going to be what I be betting and backing based off of my own research. Have a great day, boys.